morning. Data from the Child Maltreatment Report shows Kentucky has one of the highest child abuse rates in the country. And a Corbin church is having a revival next week, the result of years-long weekly prayer meetings.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, Mountain family. Happy Friday to you. I'm Amelia Lee here on this November 14th, 6:28 this morning. And of course, we're all ready for a check of our weather with First Alert meteorologist Megan Dusmall this morning. And Megan, the cold is kind of being pushed away, the extreme cold, but that's not going to last forever.
No, it's not. Unfortunately, we have another round of colder air coming our way next week, but enjoy the warmth that we're going to see today and tomorrow because it's ending on Sunday. Here's a look at those temperatures this morning. Really a mixture of the 30s, some folks in the low 40s. Here's a shot of Rowan County this morning. Absolutely a beautiful start to your day. No clouds in the sky. And as we head into the afternoon, we'll just continue that nice trend. High temperatures in the mid to upper 60s for most. But we do have some chances to hit 71 degrees in Hayden, Somerset, and Monticello, alongside some nice and sunny skies all day long. Just seeing a little bit of clouds for this morning in portions of Knott and Letcher County, but overall not too bad. And we'll see that clearing out as we head into the afternoon. Here's a look at that game of the week. If you're heading over, it's Covington Catholic playing at actually Johnson County. Forgot to update that right there. The Golden Eagles. It'll be 61 degrees at kickoff, and by the end of the game, upper 50s. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan. A woman was arrested following an incident where she reportedly pointed a gun at people in the Hazard Walmart parking lot. Hazard police responded to the call at around 10 o'clock yesterday morning about the woman cursing at employees, which also involved a verbal altercation with occupants of a nearby vehicle. Police later took the woman into custody. She was charged with disorderly conduct and wanton endangerment. Her name has not been released. Well, it started as a domestic violence call, quickly escalated into tense moments for police and a 2-hour standoff in Nicholasville yesterday morning. Nicholas Police Public Information Officer Sam Wade says the call came in around 9:30, originally for a reported domestic violence. The suspect is 56-year-old Terry Travis. Wade says as Travis drove away, he hit one of the police cars. While no one was hurt, officers believe it was intentional.
It proves to us as officers that we always need to be aware of our surroundings and just safety in general, because people can be unpredictable at times.
Because of the damage to Travis's car, it stalled and would not run. Wade says Travis ran back home and barricaded himself and his partner inside. Police had the cars towed so they could set a perimeter around the house. He faces 11 charges, including 3 counts of wanton endangerment to a police officer. A Jackson County man is behind bars after police say he threatened to kill his family and himself. It happened last week when police went to 1333 Jackson County High School Road. Police say they received a report that Matthew Moore had texted his family about the threats. Sheriff deputies later arrested Moore after entering the home. He was charged with third-degree terroristic threatening. A woman was arrested after she was accused of using a child to smuggle drugs into a Martin County prison. Shakari Carter was accused of providing her daughter with drugs to give to an inmate. Police had been monitoring her after they say she was acting suspiciously. The inmate tried to use the child as a way to hide what was going on so he could not be spotted getting the drugs out of the child's pocket. The incident happened back in April, but police arrested Carter on an indictment warrant recently. Louisville city leaders have opened up a resource center for folks who were affected by the deadly UPS plane crash. That location is at High Rise Drive near the UPS Worldport. It's supposed to serve all kinds of victims, from those who were injured to those who have lost their jobs due to damage, and many more.
What would I do if it were me? And when you get on that level, to let them know that you want to hear it and you're trying your best to help, because, you know, it's crying, it's screaming, it's howling. So my goal here is to always lend a helping hand to whoever it is.
Those who plan to use the Resource Center will need to make an appointment. That number to call, 502-473-5271, and the hotline will be open from 7 till 9 every day, aside from Sunday. Kentucky has one of the highest child abuse rates in the country. Data from the Child Maltreatment 2023 report released this year shows about 14 out of every 1,000 children in the Commonwealth experienced some form of abuse or neglect. Rebecca Contral is one of several people attending Prevent Child Abuse Kentucky's two-day Upstream Academy. Officials with Prevent Child Abuse Kentucky say the training is in an effort to build a statewide network of advocates who want to create a safer place for Kentucky's kids.
To know the advocates in your town, get to know the people that you can get resources from to help even your neighbor.
Jill Seifrid, Executive Director of Prevent Child Abuse Kentucky, says when it's all said and done, 120 people will be armed with the tools to save more kids. This year, West Virginia schools say they'll need more $252 million to pay for security upgrades for the state's nearly 700 public schools. Wednesday, the West Virginia Board of Education received an update on the status of school safety measures. In last year's report, the State Board of Education said about 270 schools still needed manned tarps. This year's report shows that number dropped to about 230.
Counties and superintendents are seeing the value of safety and prioritizing it because we want to keep our kids safe is a goal.
State Department of Education leaders will brief lawmakers on the school safety needs before the 2026 legislative session. That's when the legislature will determine the level of public education funding and school safety funding. Greenup County schools will now be without a superintendent and possibly the majority of its school board. During a special session at a Board of Education meeting, the board voted to demote Superintendent Tracy Morrissey to an undetermined position in the district. 3 board members also announced their intention to resign. That's Chair Mary Kay McGinnis Rourke, Co-Chair Lance Warnock, and board member Sandy Moser. That would leave the board with just 2 members remaining. Now we know why those resignations are happening. Greenup County School District Attorney Jim Lyon says the vote comes after text messages between Superintendent Morrissey and board members that were derogatory of special needs children in the district were made public because of a civil lawsuit. The attorney will be meeting with the remaining board members to discuss when they'll accept the resignations for the other 3 board members over the next few days. Next week, a Corbin church is having a revival. That revival is mainly centered around the youth, but those with Parkway Ministries are also encouraging folks of any age to come out. Members with the church say it's the result of years-long weekly prayer meetings. WYMT's Neely Green joined their meeting to get a look ahead for next week's revival.
We just want to see God move, and we want to see souls saved. That's our goal.
A few years ago, youth from Parkway Ministries attended a conference that would make an impact in more ways than they could ever imagine.
In 2020, we started praying on Wednesday nights at 5:30, and we've been doing that for 5 years. And this group has been a core that we've been praying for revival.
The Corbin Church says those prayers are being answered as they host a revival next Friday and Saturday. Leading the sermon will be evangelist Matt Hartley.
Not that there's anything magical about a person. He is pastoring in another state now, but our leadership, they were praying about a youth revival, and that's who they felt led to have.
Last week, a revival in Johnson County grew so large, Hager Hill Free Will Baptist Church had to tear down walls to make more room. And the spirit grew to the sidelines of a Johnson Central football game. Amanda Moore says it's exciting to see the Lord working in the hearts of so many so close to home.
The Spirit of the Lord is everywhere, and He is drawing people. It doesn't matter what church, what denomination. He crosses those denominational lines and boundaries, and I feel like that's got us all very excited.
Church members say while it is a youth emphasis revival, they want to extend the invitation to anyone and everyone and remind folks that the Lord's love is for all to experience.
If they will just give their hearts to Jesus, it's the best thing they'll ever do. It's the best choice they'll ever make. And we're just believing beyond that He will do wonderful things in their lives. And we just pray that it'll go beyond these 4 walls. We don't want it just to stop here.
Sandy Braunert says the revival is all about pointing folks to Jesus. In Knox County, Neely Green, WYMT Mountain News.
That revival will be taking place on November 21st and 22nd, starting at 7 in the evening at the Parkway Ministries. The church is located on 510 East Cumberland Gap Parkway in Corbin. Well, some Kentucky lawmakers are looking for ways artificial intelligence can be used for public safety, specifically with corrections. A company came before the AI task force to explain how they've been able to do just that. Via Science is a company that works with the U.S. Department of Defense. Officials explained how AI was able to help law enforcement in Georgia in the largest gang-related case in the state's history.
Unlike traditional cell jamming, which indiscriminately blocks all signals in an area, or physical searches which place officers at risk, VS technology accurately identifies contraband phones and termination and preserves the evidentiary and investigatory value of intercepted communications, while eliminating the need for dangerous in-person searches.
More than 180 people were arrested, including 8 correctional officers. VIA also found the flight data for the drones, connecting them to 10 other states, including Kentucky. While it sounds like a good way to crack down on crime, there are some downsides to the tech.
While jamming may sound like a straightforward solution, it carries significant operational and legal safety risk. It can interfere with 911 calls, first responder networks, and other legitimate communications outside the prison perimeter.
The presentation was just discussion on AI related to public safety in Kentucky. The General Assembly reconvenes on January 6th. The Lexington Holiday Parade is a beloved tradition, and this year, UK students are playing a key role to make it happen. UK seniors Neely Rutland and Abby Alex are in the Communication College's event planning class, which lets them fully coordinate with Lexington Downtown Partnership to pull off the annual holiday parade. They say they've been focusing on bringing cheer to all ages.
It's really just going towards like the families in Lexington, so that can be age 3 to 5 and all the way up to grandparents.
We just sit at a circle table and we all just work like it would be in like a real world job.
This year's parade will take place Saturday, December 6th in downtown Lexington.
Get ready for a great day ahead. Just a little bit of clouds to start off your Friday, but sunny skies will be taking over throughout the next several hours. It will be chilly to begin your day in a mixture of the 30s and 40s, but these temperatures will quickly warm up as we're heading into the afternoon, and the mid to upper 60s will take over for most folks here in Appalachia. But take a look towards our more southwestern counties and you'll notice some chances for low 70s are in the forecast. 71 is that forecast high temperature in Somerset and in Monticello. But what you need to know is you're going off the bus stop, expect those temperatures in the mid 30s off to school. And by the time you're heading home, still looking at those sunny skies, high temperatures will be hit around that 3 o'clock time frame. Amelia.
Thanks, Megan, and thank you so much for joining us on Mountain News this morning at 6:41. Coming up, it's a pizza restaurant that's become famous for its sound. Show you why pregnant women are flocking here for the culinary labor of love.